All right, continuing our interviews for how to be a successful MLS player. We're here with Andy Williams. And Andy, you were in Jamaica and were recruited by Rhode Island University. What got you spotted?
Well, playing in high school in Jamaica, had a pretty good high school team. We won, like, I guess you guys would call it, the state championship here. We won our 3 years straight, and I was one of the good players on the team, and quite a few of us got offered scholarships to come up here. And at the time I went to Rhode Island, I was only 16. A lot of other schools were like, you'll wait one more year. But I already finished all my high school stuff in Jamaica, so there's no need for me to stay there. So that's why I took that opportunity to go to the University of Rhode Island. Okay.
And now at Rhode Island, you scored 52 goals and had 45 assists. Were those two elements the key part of getting you drafted into the MLS?
To a point, that helped a lot. Opening the MLS scouts' eyes here, and also with me playing with the national team, that kind of I kind of had that extra experience than most college seniors would have at that age, and that kind of set me above everybody else.
Okay, cool. And your MLS career has been spread out throughout the U.S., starting in Columbus, moving to Miami, New England, then New York, and then to Chicago, and finally stopping in Salt Lake. What is the secret of finding an MLS home and staying there?
Well, unfortunately for me, every time I've been with a team, with those teams, we've had one good year, and then the next year we didn't make the playoffs, and after that, that's when they would, change the head coach. Once a new coach comes in, he sees things different. He wants to turn the team a certain way, and unfortunately for me, I've been on the, the bad end of, those teams when they're transitioning. So that's one of the reasons why I've moved around so much, and I've been fortunate with my the 4 or 5 years I've had here.
Okay, and yeah, you've been with Real Salt Lake since the inaugural season. You're one of the original players. What makes players stand out from training camp to getting a contract, and then finally getting called to the starting lineup in Real Salt Lake?
Oh, work every day in practice. That's the first thing. That's where you're able to showcase your ability every week, and allow the coaches to see you producing in practice every week. And and then when you get the opportunity in the games, you need to kind of stand out, or do something that'll help you out for the next game after that. So it just like I said, it's just practice every day, and work as hard in practice as you would in the game, and it'll pay off in the end.
Okay. You've been one of the standout players. You've seen countless players come and go through the Real Salt Lake program. How have you been able to become a fan favorite and a standout?
Like I said, I think I might be the only person they recognize from day one, apart from Jason. And apart from that, I've scored some huge goals for the club, and that's another thing that kind of stands out, and people remember those games or those goals, and they kind of take to you after that. So.
And speaking of that, well done on the goal last week, big time goal for us.
Yeah.
And then finally, 2 more questions. In your words, what does it take to be a successful MLS player?
First you got to believe in yourself. For me, I've had so many different teams. I'm sure, a lot of people would probably think that they're not doing something right. But I knew I'm a good player. I know I can play, and I produce. Gotten some kind of stats to back it up, and it's just believe in yourself. That's not, and there's many times you're going to doubt that if you're doing the right thing, or the coaches are not seeing what you're seeing. But if you think or you can play and you can produce, it should be easy for you.
Okay, and then the last question for all the kids out there that are dreaming of playing in the MLS, playing professional soccer, what advice do you have for them?
Well, growing up, you gotta listen to your coaches. Work on the little stuff. your weaknesses. If you're a right-footed player, just start doing stuff with your left foot, and if you're not a great defensive player, just work on the little things, and everything will add up, and it'll help you in the long run.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Andy, and good luck tomorrow. We need those 3 points.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.